start the session. What we have covered earlier class, any one of you, so who have joined the last class, what we have covered in the earlier class?
Synthetic key.
Okay, so what is the definition of synthetic key? When it will be found?
Whenever we have two common fields in the tables, then it will occur.
Yeah, whenever we have two common fields in the two tables, and not only two common fields, whenever we have more than one common field in the two tables, then synthetic key will be found, right? So, and we have discussed a few techniques to remove synthetic key, right? So, what are they?
Yes.
Commentating, qualify, unqualify.
Commenting the common
Commenting,
column field,
naming,
renaming the column
Concatenating.
field,
Renaming the common field.
Okay. Just a minute.
link table,
Nice.
joins, composite key.
Just a minute, guys. So, if someone is joining another link, there's full there here. Okay, right. So let me share my screen and let's get started. Yeah. So let me reiterate about synthetic key. Okay, because there are two new ones joined here, so we have to reiterate these things. Okay, then we'll get into the practical session. So synthetic key, when synthetic key will be found in the sense when we have a more than one common field between two tables, right? In the sense, if you take any table, in that any two tables, in the two tables, if the two tables has more than one common field, suppose let's consider one table is having order ID and region as a common fields. In the other table also it is having that same order ID region column names, then the synthetic key will be found, right? So why we have to synthetic key in the sense? So synthetic key reduce the application performance. So we have to recommend it to remove the synthetic key, right? The next thing is, so whenever we want to remove the synthetic key, we do have a couple of alternatives. So based on our situation and based on our requirement, we have to follow these 7 techniques to eliminate the synthetic key. Okay, in that first one is commenting the field. So if you give the backward and forward slash before the common name, it will automatically commented, right? So renaming the field. So by using alias, yes, we can rename the field name. And composite key. Composite key is nothing but now. So if you concatenate the common fields and generate one separate key, that is nothing but a composite key. These two are order ID and region is a common fields between the two tables. So we just concatenating the two columns and out of that we are generating one key, right? So that is a composite key. And concatenated table. Concatenated table is nothing but no. Whenever the table structure is having the same, in the sense the two tables should have the same column names, okay, same data type. Then only we can do the concatenation, okay. So this is different. If you see like a Excel spreadsheets where for 2023 there is a sales report, and 2024 there is a separate Excel sales report. Then if you load those two reports, which is having the same number of columns, same number of column name, and same data type of those columns, then we can able to concatenate into a single table, right? That also we will discuss. And qualify and unqualify is nothing but no. So it will give the table name as a aliasing for the column. For suppose region is the column name, right? Table name is orders. So how it will be created orders the region as a column. Okay, it will give the table name is a aliasing. Okay. So in the SQL also, suppose whenever we are doing the join, suppose inner join, table one dot ID is equal to table two dot ID, right? Table one dot is the aliasing for that column, right? Here also same. And join. So we have discussed these things, right? And a link to table. For this one, we do have a separate session that we'll cover. Okay. For today, we'll just explore these 5 points. Okay. Up to qualify and unqualify. Okay. Let's go to the. So let me come back and let me open from the start onwards. So if you want to open the Qlik Cloud, what we have to do? So we have to type Qlik modern data cloud analytics, right? It says modern cloud analytics. Okay. In that, what we have to choose? We have to choose products, right? So in that, we have to click on login. In that, we have to choose Qlik Cloud as a option. So I'm using Lakshmi Narayan credentials. Okay. So let me logging in. It will take some time to load. Yeah, it is up. So yesterday we have just created a demo file for synthetic key, right? Let's open that one. Yeah. So if I want to go to the data load editor, which option I have to choose? Guide me, guys. Can you guide me? I want to go to the data load editor where I have to click.
There's an
What?
option on the top one, data monitor.
Yeah, there is option like data load editor. Here we have to click. Here we have to click data load editor. Okay. Then it will navigate through the data load editor. So in the synthetic key sin section, we have already loaded 3 tables, right? So let me remove this one. So I just want to rename this table name. This actually in the Excel sheet, the sheet name is orders dollar. So other sheet name is returns dollar and other sheet name is people's dollar. If you won't rename, the column name should be take this one as a column, this one as a table name. Okay. If we want to rename the table name, what we have to do? So before above that table, we have to write like if I just want to rename orders instead of dollar, I just want to rename like orders. So I can do in this way orders and colon. Okay. For this also, I just want to rename like a returns. Okay. Returns and colon. It will take it as a returns as a table name. Okay. And people, if I just want to remove that dollar, I have to rename like this. So now it will take, if I load this data now, see in the data model how that column table name should be appear. Data model here. Here table names is changed, right? Orders and data. Okay, someone,
automatic గా పోతాయి.
someone mute yourself, guys.
automatic గా పోతాయి.
Someone mute yourself, guys. There's a lot of noise. ఓకే ఫైన్. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం చూస్తే ఇక్కడ సో నేమింగ్స్ అని చేంజ్ అయ్యింది కదా, ఆర్డర్స్ రిటర్న్ వచ్చినాయి. ఒక టేబుల్ చూపిస్తాం. Yeah. So let me go to the data load editor. Okay, let me reload again. Let me go to the data model here. Yeah. So table names is changed, right? Instead of orders dollar, it is just showing orders, right? So in the people, also people, in the returns also returns, right? So if you want to change the table name, we have to give a table name and a colon followed by the colon like this. So this is the syntax for the table name. Okay, right? So let me discuss. So here, while loading, did you observe synthetic key will be forming, right? If you let me show you again. So here it is showing that one synthetic key will be formed based on order ID plus region. Because why? Because any one of you, why this synthetic key will be forming here?
Because two fields are common.
Yeah, because this order ID region is common between these two tables, right? So more than one column, one common column is present, right, between these two tables. So order ID, if you see order ID is there in this table and order ID is there in that in this returns table, and region is there, right? Here also region is there. So more than one common field is present between two tables, right? Then synthetic key will be formed. So to why we have to eliminate synthetic key in the sense, so it will reduce the performance of the application. Okay. So that's where we have to remove the synthetic key. So why it will reduce the performance of the application? If you see in the data model here, so previously it is directly connected. These are directly connected, orders to returns and people's return. Now what is happening? There is a other table, syn table. This is synthetic table, right? So it is formed. So if returns table needs to filter orders table in the sense, it has to filter synthetic table, then synthetic table has to filter orders table. Now filtering is doubling, right? Previously it is directly returns to orders. It is only single filter. Now what filter is happening? So return table has to filter the synthetic table, and synthetic table has to filter the orders table. It is a double point now. So double filtering. So that's where it will reduce the performance of the application. Okay. So let me go to the data load editor again. So to remove the synthetic key, we have to follow these steps, right? The first step, what is the first step?
Commentating the field.
Yeah, commenting the field, right? So let's comment one of the column. So let's comment region column from this table. Okay, right? So let me load the data. Now synthetic key will be formed. ఇప్పుడు synthetic key form అయిద్దా?
Below.
No, right? Because why? Because
No.
right? No. Why? Because we have commented region. So now there is only one common field between these two tables, right? Because region is not loading in this table. If you see, so after loading this data, let me show you whether region is loaded in the address table or not. So is it loaded in the address table? ఇప్పుడు ఆర్డర్స్ టేబుల్లో రీజియన్ అనేది లోడ్ అయిద్దా?
Yes, bro.
No, right? Because we have
No.
commented. So let me go through the data model here. Let's see here whether it is loaded or not. So if you see orders, if you see the preview of this one, so are you able to region? Are you able to see the region here? Let me scroll slowly. Are you able to see region column here?
No.
Yeah, no, because we have commented. So that it wouldn't load. By that we can remove the synthetic key. But this is for sometimes no what we have do. So we need some region needs to be loaded in the orders table. Sometimes we require that regions table is also present in the orders table. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కొన్నిసార్లు మనకి రీజన్ కాలం కూడా ఆర్డర్స్ టేబుల్లో ఉండాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేయాలి? సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిమూవ్ దిస్ commenting. So some cases what would be necessary is that so region column should be present in the orders table. That time we need not to do the commenting, right? If you comment, that wouldn't present in the orders table, right? ఇప్పుడు మనము ఒక్కోసారి మనకి ఏంటంటే రీజెంట్ కాలం అనేది కూడా ఆర్డర్స్ టేబుల్ ఉండాలనుకుంటే మనం అది కామెంట్ చేస్తే ఏమైపోద్ది, అది ఉండదు. సో అది రిక్వైర్మెంట్ కాదు కదా. సో అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాసెస్ వెళ్ళాలి. సో ఇఫ్ దట్ ఈస్ ద కేస్, సో వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ? We have to go for the next step. What is the next step?
Renaming the field name.
Yeah, next is renaming the field. So let me rename region as rig. Okay, so if you want to rename any field in the Qlik sense, this is the syntax. We have to use aliasing as a as. Okay, then only we can able to rename. Okay, so let me load. Now synthetic key will be found or not?
Not.
Yeah, it won't form because now we are changing the region as a reg, right? Now what it would consider this region under this reg is it will consider as different, right? And it won't form the synthetic key. Let me load the data. అంటే ఆ రిగ్ అనేది రీజన్ అనేది అది డిఫరెంట్ గా కన్సిడర్ చేస్తుంది. సో అప్పుడు ఏమైంది? సింథటిక్ కీ అనేది ఫామ్ అవ్వదు. ఇప్పుడు సింథటిక్ కీ విల్ బి ఫార్మ్డ్ హియర్.
No.
No.
Yep. So let me show you in the data model here. If you want to see the preview of any table, we have to select that table and we have to select this preview. Then we can able to see the preview of the table. Okay. మనం ఏదైనా ఒక టేబుల్ యొక్క ప్రివ్యూ అంటే దాంతో డేటా ఏముంది, సో అది చూడాలనుకుంటే ఆ టేబుల్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసి ఇక్కడ ప్రివ్యూ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తే వీ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ. ఓకే, రైట్? సో దట్ ఈస్ ద థింగ్. సో వీ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ ద వాట్ ఈస్ ద డేటా ప్రెసెంట్ ఇన్సైడ్ దిస్ టేబుల్. సో లెట్ మీ షో యూ ఆర్డర్స్. సో ఇన్ ద ఆర్డర్స్ టేబుల్, let me scroll down. So if you see here, so region is renamed as a rig, right? Here. Oh, this one. Let me select this one. Guys, are you able to see region or rig now in the address table? Hello.
Rigger, sir.
Yeah, because we have renamed as a rig, right? So that's where it is renamed as a rig. So let me show you. Let me go through the data load editor. What is the next step? Next alternative solution? Composite key, right? So let me discuss this one. So what is the composite key?
Order ID.
Hmm? What is the composite key? What is the composite key? Any one of you? Hemant, Kalavati, Ruti? Venkatesh, what is the composite key?
Sir, if the field can have a two, it contains the two names, then we use the composite key, sir.
Yeah. So composite key is
It is
the
a
Mhm.
table level constraint.
Yeah. Composite key is the combination of the column names, right? So it will just concatenate two columns or three columns. So as per our requirement. So now what we have to do, what are the common fields that are present in the orders and returns table? What are the common fields?
Order ID region.
Yeah, order ID region. So let's take the order ID here. Order ID, right? Mostly what we have to know, instead of typing, you have to copy and paste, because sometimes if you just provide a single space, there is a difference between a space also, it will throw an error. So what we have to do, it is already there, right? We just need to control C and control V here. Then concatenated symbol is this one, ampersand. Okay. And so we have to separate by this hyphen. Okay. Again, we have to give under. Okay. So what is the next one? We have taken order ID. What is the next one?
Region.
Region.
Yes. Guys, today I think most of the people are not responding. So please respond. Okay. So region, right? Region. So why it is throwing an error?
Colon. Comma.
Yeah. We have to give a comma. So we have to rename this one, right? As, let's take it as a key. Okay. The same thing we have to do in the returns table as well, right? So just copy this one. Control C and then Control V followed by comma, right? So I have created a composite key now. So if I load as it is, then synthetic key will be formed or not?
Not.
నేను ఇలానే ఇప్పుడు నేను కాంపోజిట్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను ఇప్పుడు ఇలానే నేను లోడ్ చేస్తే సింథటిక్ కీ విల్ బి ఫార్మ్డ్ ఆర్ నాట్ ఇఫ్ ఐ లోడ్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ విల్ సింథటిక్ కీ విల్ బి ఫార్మ్డ్ ఆర్ నాట్
Not bro.
No,
వై
sir.
వై
Not.
Because we already created a composite key, sir.
ఓకే ఈవెన్ దో వీ హావ్ క్రియేటెడ్ ఏ కాంపోజిట్ కీ నౌ వాట్ ఆర్ ద కామన్ ఫీల్డ్స్ బిట్వీన్ దీస్ టూ టేబుల్స్
Reason and
Reason
order
and
ID.
orders.
key also is there, right? Key. So let me
Yes.
load. Let me
That is
load.
alias name, na, sir.
Yeah. Let me load and show you. So what will be happen? Then you will get to know. So if you see here, synthetic key will be found again based on key plus order ID plus region. Okay. So let me show you the data model here. So what we have did, we have created a one key, right? So what is so let me show you that key how that would be like here. So where is that key here? I think it would be there in the first. Are you able to see key here? Oh, why? Because
Yes, bro.
there it is. No, right? Because synthetic key will be found. If you see here. So here there is a synthetic key will be found between the key and order ID. Okay. So if you want to, let me go through the data load editor. So if you want to, remove synthetic key in this scenario, what we have to do? Let's think about it. So we have created a concatenated key, composite key, right? So then also synthetic key will be forming. Why? Because now also it is having key region already as a common fields between these two tables. Now what we have to do to remove the synthetic key? Let's just think about it. Hmm? So I think someone is saying,
Renaming the field.
excellent. That is the answer. So if you renaming any of the field from these two tables, okay, let's rename this as a rig. Okay, and let's rename this as a odd ID. Why it is throwing an error?
Because that is two names, sir.
Yeah. So what we have to do? We have to provide a double quotes or followed by braces, right? So if you load now, let's see synthetic key will be found or not. There is no synthetic key will be found, right? Let me show you in the data model view. So now see here. Let's see here. So see key is like this, right? Reg is nothing but now yes only. So this is the key from this table. Let's consider address table. In the address table, what is the key? Let's preview this data. This is the key. Okay. But it won't show the correct data because this here keys here the rig it should have south north, but instead of that it is having hash and no. For the example, I just taken this as a this considered as a region, but in general it shouldn't be like this. Here also it should be south north data only, right? Then only we can able to do the filtering, right? So we have discussed it earlier. Yeah, for the example case, I just taken this as a region. Okay. So now, if you see these two tables is associated with the region, and these two tables is associated with the key, right? So if you see here key, so even if you enlarge it in one, this scroll is not working for now, but anyhow, let me zoom it. So this is the key, right? So yeah. Uh, so these two are associated with the key, right? These two are associated with the region, right? Guys, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So by creating composite key, we can eliminate the synthetic key. Okay. And this is like now when we can able to create a composite key whenever data granularity occurs. So I have discussed earlier, right? So while taking the plant ID and line ID, we have created a concatenated key there. So do you remember, guys?
Yes.
I think. Yeah, Venkatesh, Kalavati, and Somu Lucky.
Yes,
So
bro, I'm here only.
Did you remember about data granularity? So even you guys were did the assignment as well, right? Why you you didn't responding now? Did you remember about data granularity? What we have covered? We have covered plant ID, line ID, right? We have covered or not?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yeah, then you have to respond, right? Yeah. If that is the case, you at the time we have to create this concatenated key. Okay. సో రియల్ టైమ్ లో అలాంటి డేటా వస్తుంది ఏంటి ప్లాంట్స్ లైన్స్ అలాంటి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇలా క్లిక్ సెన్స్ లో ఇలా చేయాలి సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ లైక్ దిస్ ఇఫ్ ద డేటా వుడ్ బి రియల్ సో వీ కెన్ కన్సిడర్ లైక్ ఏ ప్లాంట్ ఐడి లైన్ ఐడి అట్ ద టైమ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్రియేట్ ఏ దిస్ కన్కాటినేటెడ్ కీ ఓకే రైట్ ఓకే సో
Sir?
ఎస్
Sir, it is mandatory to create a composite key for both the tables.
yes then how you can create a relation if you won't create then how you can create a relationship between these two tables so we have to create a based on this column only right
Yes, sir.
yeah so that we have to include that concatenated key in the below table as well otherwise we can't able to create a relationship between these two tables right
Okay, sir.
yeah and what is the next one is what is the next one any one of you what is the next alternative solution
Qualify and unqualified.
yeah qualify and unqualified yeah can you drop here and rejoin in the second link so that we continue there because it is about to wind up అందరూ ఇక్కడ డ్రాప్ అయ్యేసి సెకండ్ లింక్ లో జాయిన్ అవ్వండి we discuss there